Joining us now is Margaret Brennan, moderator of Face the Nation. And Margaret, just how significant was the acting Attorney General's testimony on Capitol Hill today?
Well, it was one of those must-watch hearings that we have every now and again on Capitol Hill. It was remarkable it happened in the first place because there'd been some arguing over whether the acting AG would even show up. But the main line of questioning was about whether or not he had in any way influenced or interfered with the Russia probe being run by the special counsel. And he insisted that he had not spoken with the president about it, that he had not interfered, and really defended himself in that way. There was a lot of concern that in private life he had said things that showed he was very skeptical of the investigation, which is why people wanted to get him on the record now.
And Margaret, let's turn now to the shutdown. Just 1 week remaining before the government again runs out of funding, possibly. So what's the latest on the negotiations and the threat of another shutdown?
Well, there's very little appetite for a shutdown here, but in this Washington right now, we can't say one's totally off the table. What we know is that the Trump White House has been looking at ways to bypass Congress. It is not popular among Republicans for the president to go ahead with declaring a state of emergency. They're very concerned about that and the precedent it would set to bypass Congress to get money to build this wall. Not popular to go with the shutdown option, so instead they're looking to repurpose funds. That also could be legally risky move here. And so in the meantime, the conference committee, these lawmakers from both sides of the aisle, as you say, set today as a deadline to come up with an agreement. It's going to be smaller in scale, not the $5 billion the president asked for, but an offer that they are hoping President Trump will agree to sign off on.
Margaret, some of the questioning to Whitaker today centered on the president's tax returns and his call by some in Congress to have him released. Do you see this as something that is gaining momentum among Democrats in the House?
Yes. Remember, Democrats in the House, particularly on important committees like the Judiciary Committee, have subpoena power. The Oversight Committee is another one to watch. The Intelligence Committee is another one to watch. And I know that the chairman of House Judiciary has said he really wants to make it a priority to get a hold of those tax returns and will try to force the issue. The president, of course, has refused to release them. And that defies history because it is standard and expected for presidential candidates to make their financial information public so they can clear the air and show that they don't have conflicts of interest. The president has long maintained that he has a very long-running audit.
Margaret Brennan from Washington, D.C. for us. Thank you very much.
Margaret, thanks a lot. And join Margaret Brennan for Face the Nation Sunday morning here on CBS 4 at 10:30 a.m.